all you can do is laugh, right? All you can do is laugh at a guy like Joel Embiid. A guy who has been a clown his entire career. Sure, he's a great basketball player. You know, and sure, his career numbers are great, and MVP this, and fantastic this. That man, what did he shoot today? 8 of 19 from the field today with Jonathan Mogbo. Nothing against Jonathan. And, Urish Shamshay. Those were the two centers the Raptors were running out there today against Joel Embiid. And he shot 8 of 19. Sure, he got to the free throw line, but that's just what he does. And oh, by the way, in the dying moments of this game, I believe they were up by, Raptors were up by 2. And Joel Embiid has a 3 to hit the dagger. It is as wide open as you can get. He decides to fake, but I'm not sure who he's trying to fake out. There's nobody here. And then he tries to drive, go behind the back, loses it. And then Grady ends up going to the free throw line. They have a they don't get anything. The Raptors win this one 106-103 over the Philadelphia 76ers tonight in Philly. The Raptors' record improves now to 17-37. They end the 4-game losing skid. And for me, Raptor fans, as much as I'm on Team Tank, I'm okay with the win like this. And I'll tell you why. As Raptor fans, do we like Philly? Do we like Boston? No and no, right? I think we can all agree. I'm okay with this team tanking against any other team, but if you have a chance to beat one of those guys, especially a team in Philly who is actually trying to win, or at least roster-wise, they're attempting to win on the road, it's nice. You win at 106-103. Joel Embiid screws up against the Raptors yet again. Yeah, sure, he had a buzzer beater in the playoffs in, what was that, round 1 of the playoffs, and then they got bounced in round 2. Well, Kawhi and them sent him packing and sent him crying, in fact, back in 2019 in the round 2, where, oh, by the way, that's the farthest they've ever been. So, yeah! I just had to put my 2 cents worth in there and not talk about the game. The Raptors defensively, that has been the talking point since that really horrible stretch where they were allowing like 150 a few times at least. And then they went on a winning streak against bad teams, but the defense was really playing up, and then they beat the Celtics, and we're like, okay, whoa, what's going on here? Now, Philly ain't no good. They've lost 4 in a row. They're 20-33 on the season. And you look at their offensive stats, they're 20th in the NBA in field goal percentage, albeit they've had a lot of injuries. But you look at that roster today. Paul George, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. Paul George took 12 shots. He had 14 points in 35 minutes. Yeah, sure, Joel Embiid, 27, 12, and 4, but got to the free throw line 13 times, and oh, by the way, screwed up in the biggest moment of the game. Tyrese Maxey waited till the dying minutes of the fourth quarter to knock down his first shot. He was 1 of 9. Defensively, the Raptors were awesome again, only allowed 103. And you look at the key players today. Again, no Jakob Poeltl, no RJ Barrett, obviously still no Brandon Ingram. And you watch this team go out there and watch Scottie Barnes and Emmanuel Quickley lead this team to victory. And that right there is what Raptor fans have been dreaming to see. Sure, watching Scottie and RJ go out there and do a job is fun. But let's be honest here. The big picture stuff is what can IQ and Scottie do together. And I thought today they played so good off each other. Probably the best they've played at least this season, which hasn't been many games. Maybe even as their time as a Raptor. Scottie Barnes in 37 minutes today had 35 points, 2 off of his career high, 10 boards, 3 assists on 10 of 16 shooting, got to the free throw line, I believe a career high 15 times, knocked down 12 of them, very important. Was 1 of 2 from 3, again, didn't get too 3-ball happy. Remember recently we saw him have an 0 for 8 3-point shooting game. You don't want to see that stuff. That's not where he works. The mid-range, the getting into the paint, getting the calls, great stuff from Scottie. He also had a steal and 2 blocks today and a plus 10 on the floor. He was great. Shout out Ochai Agbaji, 11 points, 4 boards and assists on 5 of 10 shooting, knocked down a 3. Plus 8. Jonathan Mogbo played 21 minutes, but he had 4 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. Again, fill in the stat sheet. 2 of 4 from the field for Mogbo, had a couple steals, and was a plus 11. Again, going up against Joel Embiid. He did an outstanding job. And Emmanuel Quickley, back-to-back 20-point games now for him. The minutes have started to rise. He played 33 minutes tonight. 23 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists for Q. Shot 7 of 11 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 4 of 8 from three-point range, and a team high, plus 13 while he was on the floor. And shout out Grady Dick, who had a good night as well. 17 points on 6 of 13 shooting, knocked down 3 threes, had 3 steals and a block as well. You like what you saw. Bench-wise, their bench definitely outdueled you today. But again, without 2 of your starters, guys got to get elevated. You usually see Ochai come off the bench. You usually see Jonathan Mogbo come off the bench. But Jacoby Walter chipped in with 5. Jamal Shed, again, 6 points, 3 boards, 5 assists. Stuff in the stat sheet in 17 minutes. 3 of 5 shooting in this one. Chris Boucher struggled mightily today. Put up a goose egg on 0 of 6 shooting and 0 of 3 from three-point range. The bench struggled, but the starters dominated. And that's what you care about after this one. So a good win for the Raptors today. Because tomorrow, well, you're probably not going to be so lucky as you welcome in the Cleveland Cavaliers to town, the best team in the Eastern Conference. They've won 3 in a row. They're a fantastic team. Injuries-wise, what are they dealing with? Ty Jerome and Max Strus, game-time decisions. Okoro's out. Dean Wade's out. But that's really about it. Bottom line, Raptors probably win. They're not winning tomorrow. Like, exact same mindset we had going into the OKC game. Keep it close, keep it interesting, which they did. But they're probably going to lose. That's probably going to be the case tomorrow. So tonight, getting the win tonight and being able to celebrate that one was definitely nice. And even with the win tonight, Raptor fans, I'm going to tell you this before I go. And I'll give you the reality that I'm going to get you. So watching this team tonight, they're way too good to full-on tank. Let me put it that way. But the Wizards, the Pelicans, the Jazz, and the Hornets, those teams are not catching the Toronto Raptors. When the Raptors win today, they have 17 wins. They are 4 up on the Charlotte Bobcats. I'll say Bobcats. Screw it. They're 5 wins up on the Jazz and Pelicans, and obviously they're 8 wins up on the Wizards. I just don't believe that's happening. So with that being the case, the lowest you could probably go is 5. Now you look at the team above them, the Brooklyn Nets. They've been winning some games recently. Now even with the win tonight, the Raptors are still 2 wins behind those guys. And I believe the Raptors play them coming up, don't they? They play them one more time at late March. No, twice. Twice late March in Brooklyn. However, the Raptors have a lot of Wizards in these games as well. So things might get interesting down the stretch. We'll see. But a nice win tonight for the Toronto Raptors. An entertaining one. You saw the emotion on quickly after the game. They needed it. They deserved it. On to tomorrow, right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win this evening, hit that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Raptors? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition February 22nd when they come back from the Four Nations Face-Off break. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Four Nations Face-Off edition. Oh, yeah. Canada, Sweden. Can't wait to talk to you guys tomorrow night about that post-game. And as for the Toronto Raptors, they're on tomorrow, at least post-game, or, tomorrow as well. 7:30 tip-off, Raptors back at home. Brandon Ingram's first game, technically, in Toronto, even though he probably won't suit up. So, there's that. Cleveland in town, 7:30 tip-off there. Might get an ugly one, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game this evening. Talk to you guys then.